So there's this idea that if you are trans, then there must have been signs before you discovered that you were trans or before you started your trans journey. There must have been like something that would have pointed to the fact that you were going to be trans or that you are trans and you don't know yet. And some people even think that you can't be trans if there were no signs. And that's just ridiculous. Not every trans girl is gonna have played with Barbie dolls and tried to dress up in their mom's clothes and what's a third thing? Or just like straight up demand and insist and argue with the fact that they are the chosen gender, not the assigned gender. But like, yeah, not every trans person is gonna do that, and I didn't do any of those things, you know? When I was in kindergarten, I saw other girls playing with Barbie dolls. I picked one up for 2 seconds and I was like, I moved an arm and I was like, what do you even do with this? What? It's not like a block. You can't stack it. You can't make anything. You can't. It's just, I guess you could dress it up, but like, what's even the point? But the idea is kind of like funny to me, so I went on Blue Sky and I made just superficial reasons that I should have known I was trans. And I made about 50 of them, more or less. You'll see I miscounted a couple times maybe. But yeah, so we're gonna go through my list of superficial reasons I should have known I was trans after I finish my cup of coffee. And this will also be a good chance for me to try to do voice training and make a video that isn't just injecting myself with medicine. So I have to look up the superficial reasons on my Blue Sky account. Go to my page, go to the three little dots, and you could hit search posts and just write superficial. And then we sort by latest. And I'm just going to scroll all the way down. Okay. Some of these I'm just going to read off and we're going to chuckle. Some of them I'm going to I want to talk more about. Well, I did say that reasons that you're trans is kind of dumb and doesn't always indicate that you will or won't be trans. Some of these I feel like maybe we could explore more. Maybe they are an actual indication. I don't know. Some of them feel less superficial than others. So starting. Oh, okay. Okay. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 1. As a kid, I leaned in when the ugly stepsister showed up in Shrek 2, and I couldn't tell you why, but I thought she was cool. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 2. Every time someone told me, be careful when you meet my dog, they're aggressive towards men. We're all super surprised when the dog is like, chill. I have heard cases of like this happening to like other trans women, so like, I don't know, maybe there's something to that. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 3. I've been going through my baby trans phase for a couple years before I realized. Now I just want to dress sensibly. Now I know that this outfit necessarily, especially with the fucking blowhigh, doesn't scream sensible dress. And this is honestly the trans sleeves are happened after I was trans, obviously, but the thigh-high short shorts and even the color scheme on the mushrooms showed up like before I had ever transitioned. I was like straight up wearing mini skirts and the whole shebang, trying to do the whole thing, long before I decided, you know what, maybe I want to be a woman. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 4. As a kid, when I'd get out of the shower, I'd wear my towel over my chest, you know, like a woman. And then when questioned about it, I said, I don't know. I wrote IDK. I said, I don't know. It feels more comfortable this way. And I mean, it did until people kept telling me to stop because I'm not a woman. And so I stopped doing it. And then I instead just brought my clothes to the bathroom. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 5. I had the cis urge to want to be a goth dommy mommy GF. Little did I know, I always was one. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 5. After the first time I played a girl in a tabletop RPG, I told myself not to play women all the time so people don't think I'm trans or something.
Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 6. After watching Fight Club, I'd occasionally have fantasies about my balls being removed for any reason at all and growing bitch tips like Bob. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 7. I would think that all of my personality traits that make me a mid as a dude would make me hot as a chick. Okay, stoner, gamer, tomboy, kind of goth-ish. You know, it's kind of what I could find slash what just kind of fits me. Kind of shy but secretly a freak, and is into nerdy shit. You'd let that bitch ruin your life. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 8. If you're at my house and there's food, you're getting fed, and you don't really have a choice in that matter. I became sort of the mom in the group for that. Oh, I forgot there was a cat over there. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 9. In middle school, I got my hair done in cornrows, and then my friend thought I was a new girl when I walked up, and that made me smile and feel really great. I proceeded to not consider what that could mean for like over a decade. Superficial reason you should wait. Oh, I'm not sure how inappropriate I should get. Number 10, you're gonna have to go to Blue Sky and see it yourself. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 11, whenever anyone said anything like, "This is a message to the men out there," whether good or bad, I got this inexplicable sense that it just was not intended for me, and I was not the intended audience here. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 12, when I was super into VR chat, I was trying to train my voice to sound like a woman because I thought it'd be fun. Step 1, make people believe I was a woman. Step 2, there was no step 2. It wasn't like a prank or haha, it's just, that was it. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 13, I wanted to get into Guilty Gear just because I wanted to play as Bridget. At the time I still haven't and still wanted to, but now I do. I play Bridget and I like her. She's fun, you know. I started playing, I think her name is Giovanna, the black woman with the wolf, and then the other woman with like the 2 big ass swords. Yeah. They're like being held by like ball guys. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 14, I found myself saying, well, men can do that too, more often than any cis man around me when talking about things that men shouldn't do. And that's kind of like what I mean when I say like these signs that one person is going to be trans or doesn't know that they're trans yet. Like, these are just things that would normally mean a woman would do it, or like a gay person would do it. Just like, you know, it's all superficial, man. Just do what you want. You really shouldn't worry about like how you'll be perceived. You shouldn't have to anyway. I don't know. Moving on. This is number 15. You gotta go read. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 16. Most of my exes said I was a much better listener than anyone they'd been with. It's because they'd all been with men. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 17. When I was a teen, this one girl admitted that she had a crush on me, and I thought that was really weird because, like, she's a lesbian. That happened a couple times. Maybe that might be another one where maybe there's something to it. I don't know. Maybe sexuality is weird. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 18, I was always more attracted to a woman if they were a lesbian, and I never really thought, I bet I could turn her. It was more like I felt like I wanted something that I couldn't have, but I still like respected that they probably didn't want to be with me necessarily. And I mean, that's, yeah. So like I kind of swung back and forth on what I was interested in. So I was identifying as a gay man for a while, and then over time I got on estrogen, and that kind of swung me back towards the les train. So yeah, you know what? If you want to hear about my dating experience, go watch my injection videos. I talk about it. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 20, my childhood idol is none other than Bugs Bunny. Okay, so this is actually somebody else's post, and then so I'll just read their post. Cis liberals that tell trans people how they should experience their gender because they're allies. And then I said, I think this could be a superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Uh, I I don't identify as a liberal, but I did like go on the internet and try to inspirationally help trans women by saying things like, you don't have to dress in gender conforming ways in order to be a woman. And it's like, they know that, they knew that better than me, they still know that better than me, probably. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 22. In sixth grade, we could pick this extra little creative art type class each quarter. And one quarter, I picked sewing and found that I was the only boy in that class. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I tried to get out of it, but it did end up being fun. And so, like, while I did try to, like, leave the class, I still kind of find it funny that, like, it was still a class of all girls, even the one girl who didn't realize she was a girl. Okay, so I skipped 23. So I think I course correct later. So we're gonna keep calling the numbers. We could say that other person counted if I don't correct myself later. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 24. I used to fantasize about what I'd do if I had breasts. The longest running thought was I would just show dudes my tits to get stuff. And as I was typing, I considered if I'd be more mature and responsible with the power of boobs now. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 25. When Gwen Stefani said, all the girls to the beat like this, I was in lockstep to the beat like this. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 26. When I heard the concept of action figures actually being called dolls, I was like, you're not wrong. This is my Goku doll. These are my Ben 10 dolls. I make the dolls fight each other. Now, I know that contradicts what I said, like, at the very beginning, where it's like, what am I going to do with a Barbie doll? But, like, those are fighting dolls. You make them fight. Duh. This is so dumb. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 27. I definitely wanted to be Jenny from that one episode as a kid. Like, seriously. Goals, wherever I put her. Goals. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 28. I got called drama queen a lot as a kid. Not gonna lie, to this day, I think I was reasonably upset at adult bullies, and then they wonder why I don't call. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 28. When I saw this episode as a kid, I thought Timmy was overreacting to what had happened to them, honestly. See, this is what I mean when I said I course corrected. I just did 28 2 times in a row. Did you notice? And then I course corrected again. I just said I just skipped to 30, which actually offsets it because this would have been correcting it, and my foot's getting numb, so I need to stand. Oh, my everything's numb. Okay. Oh, joints. One time my friend said to imagine walking on hot dogs in order to get over the numb feeling, and I don't understand why it helps, but it does. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 30. Okay. One time I told my boyfriend that doing drag shows look really fun and I want to like do it, and he asked me, "You'd want to get paid to do that?" And then I was like, "They get paid to do that?" Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 31. Whenever there was a boy versus girl episode on any TV show, I just really wanted the girls to win. Okay, so I think we finally course corrected, and the count is now accurate again because I skipped 32 and went straight to 33. So, superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 33. One time I shaved my legs as a teen. I didn't really have a reason. It felt really nice. Then all my friends told me that only women and swimmers shave their legs and started making fun of me. So, my legs aren't all that hairy in the first place. I gotta be real with you. But now it's just too much fucking work. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 34. Whenever I'd hear like old school descriptions of people resting their head on a woman's bosoms, like I would get like really jealous of the women. I wanted to comfort motherfuckers in my bosoms, you know, just like just lay here. Does that feel better? I'm glad I could just exist and you feel better with your head in my chest. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 35. Whenever the Pokemon professor would ask, "Are you a boy or a girl?" I'd swap back and forth and between the options for a little bit. Just boop, 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 boop. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 36. I used to try to convince myself that I was actually lucky to be born not a woman. Between the patriarchy periods, potential childbirth, I didn't think being a man was like better, but I recognize that it kind of sucks to be a girl. Now nothing will stop me. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 37. When there was a blue character with a pink variant of them, I always liked the pink variant more. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 38. I always pick the Senorita mug, never the Senor mug. So, superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 39. When I first saw Naruto do the sexy jutsu, it just went straight into the list of fictional powers I wish I had. But I didn't want to like sneak into female spaces to look at them or mess with pervy men. I just wanted to be able to look like a girl. I thought that'd be cool. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 40. When I was a kid, I lived in a house with multiple families. Some of the kids were Boy Scouts, some were Girl Scouts, so all the kids just went to participate with both when those meetings went down. Some of the boys complained that they had to go to the Girl Scout meetings, but I felt like I fit in. They were doing activities, it was fun. Honestly, the Boy Scouts, it was all just like planning for shit, and then we were actually like doing shit in Girl Scouts, but whatever. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 41. I know I kind of covered this in number 6, but I think it's worth reiterating. I would fantasize about being in some sort of accident and waking up in the hospital where the doctor would tell me, "Sorry, son, we couldn't save your penis or testicles." Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 42. My initials are ma'am. Well, for my dead name, they are. Now they're MMJ. I was never insecure about saying it. It sounds like ma'am. I thought it was kind of cool, and I'd say so when it came up in conversation. So see what I mean? Superficial is the key word here. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 43. Once I saw a bunch of housewives complaining online about the patriarchy and how their men treat them, and I felt the need to be like, I don't know if this is just a woman problem per se. I mean, I feel the same way, and I'm a gay man. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 44. I'd asked 3 different women to go on a shopping trip so I could try on women's clothing. One of them was the trans woman I was dating, and she straight up asked me if I was trans, looked at me real hard too, and I was like, no. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 45. I used to say my pronouns are don't. As in, just don't refer to me. If you're talking directly to me, you don't need a pronoun. And if you're trying to figure out my pronouns when talking about me, you already fucked up. Don't refer to me. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 46. When Brian Griffin described how his penis goes inside of him when he stands up, I thought that was cool. I was super jealous, and if I saw that episode of Family Guy with someone, I'd say how I wish I could do that. And then they'd look at me and they'd be like, why? Superficial reason I should have known I was trans. Number 47. While I'd only tried to keep a diary a couple times and I found it wasn't for me, I was never insecure about the fact that I was, in fact, keeping a diary, and I didn't like emphasize that it was a journal or anything like a normal boy would. That being said, treating Blue Sky as a diary helps. And YouTube to an extent, you know? Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 48. When I was playing VR chat, my favorite skin was a tiny fox girl with a toggle to have these trans colored hands trails, you know? Totally cis behavior. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 49. When I played Rayman Raving Rabbits as a kid in the Guitar Hero style mini game I really loved playing, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. It gave me this nice but strange feeling I now know as euphoria. 50's a doozy. It's a thread. Okay, before I start, I did say at the top, like, I didn't do those 3 things I listed. One of the things I listed was insisting and demanding that you are the opposite gender. This sort of contradicts that statement, but 2 things. The first thing, I forgot this happened. Like, I completely forgot this happened, and then, like, I forget what I was looking at online, and, like, the memory sort of, like, unlocked, you know? And, like, it was always, like, kind of there in the background, like, I forget maybe is a strong word. I didn't understand what this moment meant. And I just kind of filed it away. Kind of like Finn locking some shit in the vault, you know what I mean? The second thing I'll say after. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans number 50. When I was like 3 or 4 years old in kindergarten, we had a swimming day. When we got back to class, they said boys change in the bathroom, girls change out in the classroom. Now, hold on. So, like, it was, I don't know if it was like kindergarten or daycare, but essentially we were all in this central room, and every classroom had this. And then, like, off to the side was like a set of bathrooms, and then some of them had stalls, and then some of them didn't. I didn't think about it. Were there 2 bathrooms? I don't know. I don't know if there was a boys' room and a girls' room. I think it was just the one room, and then, like, it attached the other way to another classroom. We weren't allowed to go in there. But so anyways, I might draw a fucking diagram. I don't know. So yeah, they said boys change in the bathroom, girls change out in the classroom, and I went with the girls, and I got turned away, and I said I wanted to go with them. You know what I mean? That we're all splitting into groups. That's the group I feel more comfortable going with. It's not like I really knew anyone all that well. I gotta be honest, I was always kind of antisocial. I was told I was a boy, and I had to go with the other boys. I'm like, but why? And after not getting an answer, I cracked the bathroom door open to gain insight. And oh, that's why. I'm not allowed out there because I have this thing between my legs. And at that moment, little 3 or 4-year-old me figured there was nothing that could be done. I was the way I was, and I continued to repress my feelings and tried not to think about it for the next 25 years. Between posting number 33 and 34, I made another post, and I feel like it's poignant to say it at the end of all these other things. The one and only actual reason I should have known I was trans was I wanted to be a girl. As a kid, I didn't know it was possible, so I didn't consider it. As a teen, I thought being trans was an illness. You were born afflicted with the wrong sex, and you get a surgery to fix it. And as an adult, I saw a lot of the language around transitioning as awfully dramatic, flowery, and said with certainty. And while I know now a lot of the dramatic, horrible feelings I felt were linked to trans dysphoria, I never made that link at the time. I wasn't certain like they were. I just casually wanted to be a girl. But even after becoming more educated on the subject, I held myself back because I was already in an oppressed minority, being half black. And I already knew well enough it sucks to be a woman under the patriarchy. Being trans looked even harder. But when I envisioned a perfect world, me being a woman in it seems pretty neat. I gotta be real with you. The more I embraced the idea, instead of deeming it impossible, considering myself unworthy or seeing it as too hard, the more it actually felt good to see myself as a woman. If you even casually sometimes kind of think it would be a little neat to be the other gender, follow that feeling and observe it. A cis person doesn't normally feel euphoria from embracing it. Superficial reason I should have known I was trans, number 43. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I'm gross.